Markle's war cry of "ready when you are" is to, of course, the senior members of the British royal family. It's a really confusing message, this, but as ever, in the play for publicity, and more importantly, changing the narrative, as Oprah Winfrey famously said on that now infamous interview with both Meghan and Harry, you can see exactly how these two, quite frankly, are never going to go away. It is going to be a thorn in the side of the British monarchy. But as ever, let me explain. Hi, nice to see you. Thank you so much for joining me today. Lovely to have your company, whatever you're doing. Have a lovely day, or if you've had a nice day, sleep well. And you know what it's like. Can I just share this with you? Got this new bed, right? Moaned about it, because you think the last one wasn't very good. Now it's, I shouldn't say this really, it's like a bed of nails. It's like rock, but actually a firm bed. You know what I'm saying? Can't beat it, can you? And when you're climbing off though, you think, oh, goodness, because it literally is like sleeping on the floor. But apparently I made the wrong, have you done this? The wrong mistake online. Well, I didn't. Somebody ticked the box for me. And suddenly I've got a super orthopedic bed. Honestly, you climb off like something from the man from Atlantis. Do you remember him? You think, oh God, everything aches or whatever. Maybe, apparently, as they used to say in the Are You Being Saved, it'll ride up with wear. Maybe it'll soften with wear. What do you think? I know, frightening, isn't it? Back to your royal story of the day. Interesting this. Meghan Markle always loves to play the victim. We know that, don't we? Oh dear. Always somebody else's fault. But as we've seen recently over that terrible crisis with His Majesty the King, and of course his health battles, which we, as I say often, wish him all the very best, Meghan apparently is all ready to chat, talk, and ready to understand exactly what's the problem with her and Harry along the British royal family. You see, according to a source, this is really interesting because Meghan is nothing but psychologically very clever. She's basically saying that she didn't want Harry to be estranged from his family, but this is from a woman who estranged her own family. Thomas Markle, nowhere to be seen, the mother at her wedding, no friends apparently, and then of course the half sister Samantha ostracised along with her brother. Now, they haven't covered themselves in glory, I would admit that, and I think they would do the same. But being ostracised for simply doing nothing does seem a little bit strange. But according to Meghan, she's had to shoulder all of the ongoing problems that have ensued over the last few years of becoming married to the former royal known as the Duke of Sussex. And this is because even writing his tell-all book Spare was mentally very challenging, going to very dark places that he hadn't visited for years. She was there by his side. Seemingly, the Me You Don't See, the documentary she cited also, as being a very challenging episode in their lives. Now, you can understand the narrative and the spin that's gone on between her and her latest team of advisors. There's poor Meghan trying her very best to battle through it all, and she's tried on numerous occasions to reach out to, of course, her husband's father, His Majesty the King, but being rebuffed, Now, this, of course, might be the fact that Meghan herself has gone on and trashed the British monarchy. You can understand why perhaps His Majesty the King is less than keen to flung open the palace doors. But in Meghan's tone and eyes, he didn't need to be this way. And if only senior members like William and Catherine understood what she'd gone through with all the difficulties that she's ensued alongside Prince Harry, then perhaps they may have a shred of sympathy, and I kid you not, and this is from an excellent source, for what she's actually gone through independently. I told you this before, Meghan, whatever people think, is very clever, making sure, of course, that she doesn't come across as mentally unchallenged, and more importantly, it's always Harry's demeanour, Harry's problems, the battles he's had inside the monarchy, his late mother, that sort of stuff. And basically, Meghan feels that in this crisis time, with His Majesty the King, ill health, and of course the Princess of Wales, family should unite more than ever. Some people might suggest, of course, maybe she should unite with her own even closer family out in California. But that doesn't get headlines, does it, Meghan? Neil Sean in the very heart of London.